As we think about the next 75 years, what are the big challenges you see on the horizon that JCRC will be tackling?
Look, I think this is something we're really starting to grapple with, which is the diversity of the Jewish community, and the norms that we think about in Jewish life are changing. You know, 1 out of almost 4 households has a person of color in it. 15 to 20% of Bay Area Jews are Jews of color. More than 10% are LGBTQ Jews. People are identifying the same way in connection to Jewish life, but they may have different relationships with institutions that may have applied more to their parents. How we represent the Jewish community and its diversity is something that is increasingly complex and that we have to take seriously when we are explaining to people who are taking to Israel, policymakers, elected officials, you know, the African American, Latino, LGBTQ community. We have to get that right because we are representatives of the Bay Area Jewish community. And so I think our ability to listen as younger generations get more diverse and are expecting different things from us, I think that that is going to be an ongoing conversation that we're going to be grappling with for a long time.
Do you think that things like the Year of Civil Discourse initiative help to prepare some awareness in the community for the demographic changes or for the changes in perspectives, and give some tools to people to be able to talk about these changes?
I would say the broader community brings up the Year of Civil Discourse with me all the time. And what I find interesting is that even when I was first applying for this job, a lot of people told me, oh, this consensus building model of JCRC feels antiquated to me. And when I talk to people about it now, they say, wow, that's radical and so needed. And so I actually think that we have a lot to teach the broader society about how to build common ground, because it's such a lacking thing that people are yearning for now. So again, what's old is new, but I think that that this idea of consensus building is something evergreen that has stood the test of time, that everyone here has engaged in.
When I first started at JCRC, you had time to think, you had time to be strategic before the rest of the community reacted, because it took a little time for information to get out, and you could think, what are our best options? What's the behind-the-scenes work that needs to be done? What's the more public work that needs to go hand in hand with it? Now there is no interval. You are forced almost to make decisions immediately about how you're going to respond.
Do you think the R in JCRC stands for relationships?
Absolutely.
Always.
Absolutely.
And not for, but that's the reason. What I learned, you had to know who to call, and if you didn't have the relationship, it was that much harder. And so the relationship is what really counts. What's the old saying? It isn't what you know, it's who you know.
Yeah.
And sometimes that makes a difference, because we're fortunate, and so many members of our community have relationships outside of the community. So there's always somebody you can go to and say, I need help with X. Can you do this? And that's one of the secret jobs that I hope you still do. And when I turned 65, I thought I was supposed to retire. If I had to do over, I probably wouldn't have.
I'm not sure I could identify a vacation that wasn't interrupted.
You want me to look in the camera?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
We did it? Okay.